Hello, YouTubers, brothers and sisters in the Lord, and especially to my subscribers. Today, my father, about 83 years old, he got COVID. Somehow he got it, perhaps through the servant and through the nurse who took care of him. And he had been, having dementia and, for a few years. Before that, he was, having hip surgery for 2-3 times. And after that, I guess it was downhill because it was so painful, his hip, and he could not walk. So he rested in bed for several years. And he's, he was a survivor, a fighter. He's always trying his best to be strong, to continue to live for the family as long as he can. He was a very strong sportsman. He was the physical education teacher, teaching at school. And as you can see from the photograph, he was a, handsome man. And I'd always have a very soft spot for my dad, because I remembered since young when I was sent to Singapore to study. My parents were busy, but my dad was the one who sent me to study in Singapore at 7 years old. And he was the one visited the children. My mom was very busy working, and they both produced wedding and party dresses and exported wedding and party dresses. And I'd always longed for my father, because he would come over to Singapore and visit us every month. He would, he would be very generous, very loving. He was a very generous father, that's all I remember. He was a very good father. He always tried his best to educate us what, we did to know, very good in music as well. And that's how I inherited the music talent from him. So I really, really miss him a lot. And, it's growing up, I got to see my father a lot more than my mother, because my mother was busy working in Indonesia, but my dad, would come to Singapore once a month or so for a few days, and he would make sure that we had a wonderful time. He would give us, good amount of money. I remember when I was only in primary school, or like even 10 years old or whatever, he would give a lot of money, to do shopping. He would really give out cash. At that time was really a lot of money. $50 or $100. At that time, in 1974, it's almost like $500, giving up $500, $1,000, that sort of feeling, to go for shopping. And I was always so thrilled, so excited, because I was put up in a boarding school along with other students. The house was, we had Singaporean guardians, and so it was always a break to have such love from my father when he comes over. And he was a very good father. So, and I think and praise God that in his later years, my mom and my dad, they became believers and became Christians. We were, we were Buddhist family, but I was the first to be attracted and drawn to Christianity at 7 or 8 years old. when a couple of the Indonesian students went to a nearby church, and I was drawn to the God of love, a win-win God who not only loved us but also resurrected and give us that hope of resurrection. So I do thank and praise God also that my father does not have to suffer anymore. But I just do not like it that he got COVID and he was not conscious perhaps for 2 or 3 days or a few days. But so my brother sent him to the hospital, but somehow all of a sudden he was conscious and murmured something to my brother. And I know that he does not want to be in a hospital alone. I think that he really wanted to, pass away at home. But my family, my mom, my brother decided that since he was not able to eat at home, they'll admit him to the hospital, and the hospital would not allow anyone to visit him. So he was there a couple of days, but the second day at 11 p.m. he passed away. Today he passed away at 11 p.m. So our 11 p.m. Our time in US is in Indonesia is 11 p.m. So our time in America is 1 a.m. San Antonio's time. Well, last year my sister passed away within days. My second sister, whom I'm the closest to. Then last year, my husband, in March, within minutes, passed away from brain aneurysm. And now my father, all of a sudden, I don't know, maybe it's not all of a sudden, he had been quite weak and, in bed a lot, so he tried to get up and eat and all that. And, he's, I do thank and praise God that, he went to the hospital and passed away the second day. It's hard to get weaker and, being so old now, so old. And 83 years old, so yeah, my mother's 80, and so yeah, I'd like to thank praise God in any case that it's of course it's it's not too much of suffering, and just that because of COVID he was not able to breathe as well, and the whole body's weak, and he passed away. So, but in any case, I thank God, no matter what, that is just the journey that all of us have to go through. But for me personally, it is just an ongoing, let's sort of toll, on my emotion, because first, because 3 people in a row, my sister Sandra, as you can see from the previous video link, and then my own husband last year, and then my father this year. Every year, there's 3 people whom I love is one by one just all gone. But I think no matter what, I want to say thank and praise God. It's just a part and parcel of life that each and every one of us have to go through. and it's just a matter of time that we have to we have to pass over from this to the afterlife. So I'd like to encourage each and every one of you that to look for a better city every single day, to be ready, to be prepared, to look for the better city. For this world indeed a sea of sorrow, there's nothing to linger on. And yes, I think I'm still happy at the end of the day that my sister, who was very sickly, diabetic for many years, passed away quite quickly in a few days in September 20, I think 2020, and last year 2020 when my husband in March passed away within minutes from brain aneurysm, and this year my father 16th of March, Wednesday, which is Thursday, 17th of March in Indonesia, but in America it's 16th of March. So 16th of March on Wednesday, 11 p.m. in Indonesia. So, but thank and praise God in any case. All things, we must, rejoice in the Lord always, and trust God that, all these loved ones that have left us is gone to a much better place no matter what. If there's anything that is difficult for me, is because I'm in America, they've got weak lungs, and I am not able to travel to Indonesia before my father passed away because, I can't take the vaccination or be exposed to COVID virus, or be contracting COVID. So I've got to stay put in San Antonio. I'd like to dedicate the song, 2 songs. One is a Chinese song that is Dr. Johnson, the greatest evangelist of the 21st century, of the 20th century for the East Asian region. He made it into a hymn. It's about a happy family, a very famous melody, the Chinese melody for a song that that a lot of Chinese know. It's a happy family song, and Dr. Johnson made it into a hymn for the family of God, looking up to the better city, not this earthly place, not earthly city, of happy and better families in heaven. And after that, the next one I'd like to dedicate to my father is the song that is sweet. The title of the hymn is Sweet By and By. Thank you for watching, listening, and God bless each and every one of you, that if you have loved ones who pass away in the Lord, be hopeful, be happy, and because there's so much better, in much better place, being with the Lord. So it's much, much better than we who are here, actually. So that's all, and I'd like to, thank you all for watching and listening, and God bless. Bye.